What's up, everybody? Mr. Play Dr. Gamer here, back with another video for y'all. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about how Bungie new game Marathon is getting beat by an indie game called Slay the Spire 2. So with no further ado, let's get right into the video. So y'all haven't been keeping up. Bungie have finally released their new game Marathon yesterday, and the game, there's some people that like Marathon, and there's just other people that just straight up hate the game. Me personally, Marathon ain't my type of game. I'm not really into distraction shooters. I never play Art Graders. I never play Escape from Tarkov. I never play any type of game like that. So right off the bat, Marathon is just not my type of game. So I'm just not into a distraction shooter. So yeah, Marathon ain't my type of game. But there have been a lot of talk around Marathon, and the reaction with Marathon is kind of mixed. You got some people that absolutely love Marathon. You got some people that just absolutely hate Marathon. So the reception of the game have been highly controversial, if I may say so. If I may say that. But what we can say is that the game so far is just not doing too good. If you look on Steam DB right now, Marathon hit its all-time peak was 888,000 players. Now you might say, okay, that's kind of decent for a live service multiplayer game. And if it was like a small company or a mid-sized company, yeah, that would been a very good number. Those numbers be very good. But the problem with that number is that this is Bungie. In this game, Marathon costs around $3 million to make. So 88,000 player is not a lot for this game to sustain long term. Especially because Marathon had a huge budget, and with a huge budget, they need more than 88,000 players. So Marathon right now is just not hitting the target goal they need to actually make this game profitable. And if they don't hit it soon, I feel like Sony just gonna kind of gut the company, gonna kind of gut Bungie, and take control of Bungie even more as they already have, because Sony already took control of Bungie, and if Marathon failed, they're just gonna take even more control of Bungie. And yeah, that's the situation with Marathon so far. Marathon, 88,000 players, ain't bad if there was a small company or mid-sized company, but the problem is Marathon is a game that took $300 million to make. Estimate, this is a rumor, by the way. They ain't confirmed how much it took to make the game, but let's be real with ourselves. This game probably did take around about $3 million to make, or around somewhere in the million ballpark to make. So yeah, Marathon was not a cheap game to make. So they need a lot of players to make their money back. But in that same time frame, there's this indie game called Slay the Spire, and this indie game Slay the Spire is absolutely dominating Marathon. This game got 200,000 concurrent players on Steam. And keep in mind, this is not even the full game. This is an early access game. This game, Slay the Spire, is crushing the Steam charts right now. And Bungie Marathon on the Steam chart is nowhere to be found. Bungie Marathon is not even in the top 5 of game that being played right now, and that is bad for a game that just released with a big name behind it. So the fact that Bungie is not even in the top 5 of most played game right now is not good, especially the amount of money it probably took to make this game. It's not good that they are not in the top 5 of top play games right now. They need to make that money back, and like I said, Sony is not going to be very happy if Marathon don't hit their targeted sales goal. So what is going on with Marathon? Well, leading up to Marathon, there's been a lot of controversy the game been facing. Art controversy, the fact that people think this game art style is ugly, which I agree. I think this game art style is abysmal. I know some people like this type of art style. I don't like this art style. It looked like the Diet Coke version of Roblox to me. I'm just being real with you. The characters ain't appealing. The characters look kind of ugly. It just don't. I don't vibe with it. I just don't vibe with the whole game art style. The whole game art style. like I said, the game looked like a diet version of Roblox. It looked like Roblox Lite to me, bro. It don't look appealing at all. It just don't look appealing, and they literally turned down Destiny 3 to make this game, by the way. Yeah, Marathon is the reason why Destiny 3 got canceled. If you don't know, is that Bungie actually canceled Destiny 3 to focus on Marathon, which I think was a stupid play to make. I think it was very stupid for them to cancel Destiny 3 to focus on Marathon. Especially if they're gonna put all their eggs in one basket. They shouldn't have done that. I thought that was a very, very bad play by Bungie, was to focus on Marathon and not try to develop Destiny 3. Because I feel like if they made Destiny 3 would have more players than Marathon by a long shot. Because you got the OG Destiny players and you got the newcomer that would try Destiny 3. I would have been a newcomer. I would have actually bought Destiny 3. They actually made a Destiny 3. I would have gotten into Destiny 2, but by the time I actually wanted to get into Destiny 2, the game was so far into its lifespan that I was just like, bro, I don't even want to get into this game because it's just so much shit that I gotta figure out and have to learn. I don't even want to figure it out because it's just so much stuff that Destiny got, and I don't even know like half the Destiny lore. So I was waiting for them to release like a Destiny 3, so I will hop into Destiny 3 and have a fresh start. But no, they canceled Destiny 3 for Marathon, so a Destiny 3 is just not happening. It's just not happening. But I think Marathon also was not a very good thing for them to bet all on, cause right now Marathon is not even hitting triple digits. It's not hitting 1,000. It ain't crossed the 100,000 player mark yet, and it makes it bad. Arc Raiders, the Marathon competition took less time to hit 1,000 players than Marathon did. So Arc Raider is literally killing Marathon right now. It's literally killing Marathon right now. And that game came out like 3 or 4 months ago. And Arc Raiders is still killing it. And Marathon barely haven't even made a dent into Arc Raiders players, right? Arc Raider players. So yeah, the Marathon ain't looking very good right now. Like I said, 88,000 players ain't bad if you're a small company or you're a mid-sized company. But if you're a big company like Bungie with 1,000 upon 1,000 employees, you gotta pay like 300 people worked on Marathon. That 300 people that Bungie had to pay for their time working on this game. And the average Bungie employee get paid $1,000 a year. $1,000 a year. So $1,000 a year, yeah, $1,000 a year. Well, not $1,000, but $100,000 a year, man. Excuse me, $100,000 a year. So they had to pay the employees, and you got timed that by 4. So you had timed that by 4 because that's how long it took for them to work on the game. By the sources that I heard, I ain't confirmed that they took 4 years to make this game, but what I heard that they took 4 years, or what I read, it said it took 4 years. So yeah, that's a lot of money. 300 people, you gotta pay $100,000 per year, and it took 4 years for them to make this game. Yeah, that's a lot of money. And 88,000 players ain't gonna recoup that investment that they made in Marathon. So Marathon, they're gonna have to pick up the pace when it comes to sales if they're gonna hit that target goal. And don't even throw in stuff like marketing, ads, like all that other stuff, bro. You gotta throw into it. Just like, yeah, this game has to make their money back, or it's just gonna be a financial flop. Because you may say, oh, 88,000 players ain't bad, but you gotta think about it. This is Sony, and you know the investors gonna want to make their money back. The investor gonna want to make their money back, and they ain't seeing no returns on their investment. They're gonna consider Marathon a flop and potentially shut Bungie down, because Bungie was already in hot water before Marathon. Because I remember Bungie had like a massive layoff. It was revolved around Destiny, and Destiny right now is not doing good. Destiny right now is in the worst state that it's been. Where I hear from players, a lot of Destiny players keep on saying Destiny 2 is just not. It's not at the state where it needs to be a good game. So Destiny 2 ain't really doing all that hot either. Marathon ain't doing what it need to do to make their money back. So Sony gonna be like, yo, what did we buy? What did we buy y'all for? It like Sony. Keep in mind, Sony spent how much Sony spent on the I know around about the ballpark of $1 billion. I think Sony spent like $2 billion. Oh wait a minute, $3.6 billion. Sony spent $3.6 billion on Bungie. So Sony to this day is not seeing that investment back. And I feel like very soon Sony gonna get real fed up, because they already took control most of their company. Sony did. But I feel like Sony just gonna get even more fed up. They probably gonna just shut Bungie down, or they gonna give Bungie smaller projects to work on and don't give them a big budget. That's what I feel like we're gonna happen. Is that they're either gonna shut them down, or they're gonna make Bungie work on smaller projects. That's what I feel like they're gonna have with Sony. Is that Bungie gonna be the B team of Sony, or they're just gonna get shut down altogether? Because Sony is just not seeing their investment with Bungie, and I feel like the investors just gonna get fed up, and they're gonna be like, "Yo, bro, what y'all done? What y'all doing? We spent $3.6 billion on your company, and we're not seeing no return on this investment. Only thing we got was lackluster sales, and we launched a project that's not even hitting our sales target." It's like Sony gonna get real fed up soon, and the Bungie probably gonna be on death's door. But anyway, been Mr. Play Doctor with another video. See y'all next time. Peace.